I'm Paul Edmondson, President of the National Trust for Historic Preservation. And I want to express my congratulations to the Arizona State Historic Preservation Office, the Arizona Preservation Foundation, and the other sponsors of Layered Landscapes, the 2021 Arizona State Historic Preservation Conference. I wish I could join you in person in Tempe for such an impressive lineup of plenary sessions, educational programs, and tours. With great work and preservation going on across Arizona, I know that this will be an important occasion for conference participants to share their experiences, to learn about new tools and advanced practices, and to discuss challenges and opportunities in the field. We've all seen our share of challenges over the past 20 months, but we've also seen just great resilience and creativity across the preservation movement and response. And so it's important that we share those experiences. Speaking of opportunities, Jim has kindly offered to give me a chance to encourage participants in this conference also to join their colleagues across the country at the National Preservation Conference, Past Forward 2021, which will be held virtually next week from November 2nd to the 5th. For registration information, just search online for Past Forward 2021. Registration fees are discounted until this coming Friday, so please take advantage if you can. I want to note in particular that this year's Past Forward conference will be an important convening to discuss a movement-wide initiative to create a national impact agenda for preservation, which we're calling Leading the Change Together. Initiated at last year's national conference, over the past year, our staff members have engaged in hundreds of conversations and listening sessions, collecting ideas from partners and allies, first to understand and articulate the values and guiding principles that motivate preservationists, and second, to hear the goals and the aspirations of those who participate in this movement. This crowdsourced project will be an important topic of conversation next week and should help guide specific actions to advance a more sustainable, accessible, relevant, and inclusive future for our field. I encourage all of you to join in this conversation. On a slightly different track, I would also like to encourage every participant in this conference to speak up today to support the federal historic tax credit, which, as you know, is a critical funding source for preservation in Arizona and across the country. This Congress has the important opportunity to enact the most substantive improvements to the incentive in more than a generation. And that's because provisions to strengthen the credit are currently under consideration as part of the budget reconciliation package that's being formulated on the Hill, with great influence, I should note, by a certain Arizona senator. The proposed changes would be transformative for preservation projects in big cities and small towns. It would also help to advance President Biden's Build Back Better agenda by increasing the adaptive reuse of historic structures and by providing solutions to some of our greatest challenges. For example, by creating new units of affordable housing and lowering carbon emissions. Our success is really far from guaranteed, so we need everyone to reach out to the entire Arizona delegation, but particularly to Senators Sinema and Kelly. Please call their offices and urge them to support these enhancements to the federal historic tax credit as part of the Build Back Better reconciliation package. We need to send a clear message that strengthening the historic tax credit will benefit local communities in Arizona, and that building reuse is a powerful form of climate action. Many thanks to each of you for what you do to advance the cause of historic preservation. And again, my congratulations to Catherine, Jim, and everyone participating in the Arizona State Historic Preservation Conference. I'm grateful to have all of you as colleagues in this important work.